No, it's actually Louis Vuitton.
Oh,
So
is that what that is?
yeah, the guy that I bought it off of, I don't think he was lying either. It's super nice.
Seems legit. Yeah,
It is. I think
Yeah.
it's not leather like most Louis Vuitton stuff is, but
Is it silk? Like silky?
it's like a silky.
Oh, okay.
You can wear it later. Oh, hey guys, didn't see you. Welcome to episode 7 of Mom is Gonna Be Pissed.
That is right.
My name is Steve. This is Pete.
How's it going?
We are back on Sunday, the Lord's Day, Sabbath. So I think we're gonna have a pretty long show today. Just a heads up. But how's your week been going?
Good. Finally fucking finished that grandfather clock humidor.
Yeah, the thrift store.
Yeah, Pete's thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, got that out to our buddy Ron over at 12 Volt Villains. And yeah, he seemed pretty stoked on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
think,
the video was sick. It was awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, man.
It came out really good.
Yeah, I'll post some pictures up here so you guys can see it. Those of you who haven't, but I was really happy with the way it turned out.
I was nervous.
I think it came out like it looks almost like it was, from the factory like that. Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't trying to like go like over the top, like super gaudy or do anything that like didn't already match the outside of the case and everything. Yeah. So I think it flows pretty well. Yeah,
no, he looks super stoked on it. Which is in the video too at the end of it. It's pretty cool. Like when you pulled the reaction shot, that was pretty cool. So yeah, no, that's awesome, man. It definitely, I know it was a lot of work, but it turned out pretty sick. So
yeah, it took a little bit longer than I thought, but it was worth it.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of stuff to go over this week, but I guess drum roll, your results are in from is this like medical stuff for the ancestry, or is it just give you
it's both. It's supposedly both. It's supposed to give you like your ancestry, and it'll tell you if you're susceptible or if you have certain genes that are susceptible to getting Alzheimer's or cancer or whatever. Oh. From what I know,
those are all environmental though, aren't they?
Yeah.
That 5G.
Right. But this is the first time I've opened the app. Like I got notified. I got the email saying that your results have been sent to you. Mm. I haven't opened this thing because I wanted to do it live here.
Wait, you have the account and everything. You don't have to do all that shit, do you?
No, yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm seeing the shit in here now. Okay. And this is the main thing that I wanted to know right here. It says
sexuality.
No, it's
gender.
Mr. Giamona, in regards to 6-month-old Duran, you are not the father. Yeah! I told you, Brenda. I told you that baby didn't even look like me.
Not the daddy.
Yeah.
You should still support it though. Just be there as a.
Man.
I like the name though. It's a good one.
Duran.
Yeah. I think I have their greatest hit.
Anyways, yeah. So let me try to just kind of ancestry report here. Okay, I'm 95.5% European.
Well, yeah.
Which I think that's
yeah.
Goes without saying.
Gives that away.
Yeah. Northwestern European 50.9%.
What's Northwestern European?
As far as like Norway, east of Finland, far south of France, these countries are north of the Baltic Sea and have been connected throughout much of the history in the waters.
That's got to be like mom's side, right?
Well, it says 50.5 or 50.9%, and then within it says 21.2% is French, German. 19.4% is British. So it's saying of the 95.5%, this is what percentage of those I am. Okay. So 19.4 would be British, Irish. So it sounds like just fucking like a mix of everything. Scandinavian.
I think we're all like everyone's European descent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is interesting.
Oh, here we
go. Northern West Asia, 1.5%.
I can see it.
North African, 0.2%. North African.
Well, yeah, because that's where like Africa is like the cradle of civilization. That's what they call
it. Broadly, Western Asia and North Africa is 2.3%.
Makes sense.
Iranian, Caucasian, and Mesopotamian, 1%. So broadly European, and then Western Asian, North American. So, but it says, Italian is definitely the biggest chunk out of both of those.
This fucking guy, yeah.
So that's the ancestry part of it.
So it sounds like they just like it's everything.
Pretty much. I mean, unless you come specifically from, an area, like if you're from, China or whatever, Asia, obviously you're going to have, of your 100%, you're going to have more.
That'd be interesting. I wonder how if that's.
Oh, I've already matched up with my mother on here.
Oh. Is it actually mom or is it some other lady?
Adrienne Moore.
Oh, okay.
Some other lady.
Probably.
Hey, wait a minute. Health highlights. Okay. Increased likelihood of type 2 diabetes, which runs in our family. Variant detected not likely at increased risk of hereditary hemochromatosis. The frig is that?
I remember one time I went to the doctor and he told me I was pre-diabetic. And I was like, aren't we all pre-diabetic?
Hereditary hemochromatosis is a genetic condition characterized by absorption of too much dietary iron.
Oh.
This may lead to iron overload, which can cause damage to the joints and certain organs such as liver, skin, heart, and pancreas.
Ooh.
So I have a variant, but it's not likely. I'm not likely at an increased risk, it says. There was one other thing I just saw. Okay, physical features. Chance of having little to no back hair. So that's good.
Oh, I got that one.
Bald spot, 82% chance. That I will have a bald spot. That's pretty accurate.
I got that one too.
41% have dimples. 59% don't have dimples. I don't have dimples. Cleft chin, 62%.
Cleft lip.
Dandruff, 58%. Earlobe type. What the fuck?
What the?
Detached. Oh, if your earlobes are detached or if they're connected
really?
to your
That's
skin.
a thing?
71%. I'm detached.
Wow, it goes like into crazy detail then.
Early hair loss. Earwax type.
Oh.
Wet, sticky, or dry, flaky.
What is it?
93% wet and sticky.
That's fucking nuts. They can get that crazy with it.
Right here. So you got my blue eyes.
My ears clean.
52%. That's accurate. Oh, well, it's
no. It should be 100% accurate. You have blue eyes.
But it's a mix. It says greenish blue. Oh. Like 52% is blue.
I feel like they're casting a pretty wide net on some of this stuff already.
Well, it is because it's only taking like a small bit of your catalog of DNA, and it gets pretty crazy, like the stuff that they can get into. But it's only taking like basically just like snippets out of different sections and just kind of trying to piece it all together. So yeah, it's kind of giving you like a broad
paint stroke.
Right.
Well, we were all created in God's likeness, so I don't know how.
Like this thing gets pretty deep. Like there's a ton of shit in here.
Does it say anything like about fingernails, like how your fingernails grow and stuff like that?
Why?
I don't know. I'm just curious. No, I'm just interesting because if it talks about earwax, I'm sure it would talk about.
Oh yeah, I didn't even keep swiping. Like I just logged out because there was. Huh. I didn't know how long you wanted this segment to be, but yeah, I mean, I think it pretty much told me what I already knew.
Yeah.
But no, it's still pretty cool. I mean, like it goes in pretty deep in depth. Kidney stones.
Oh.
Celiac disease, negative.
Celiac, what's that one? That's
the gluten.
Thing, right? Oh, the gluten. That's right.
If you get migraines, Crohn's disease.
That's not hereditary, though. I don't think.
Well, I don't know. It says you can be susceptible. It says I'm susceptible, or I.
Well, you're also susceptible to being hit by lightning. Huh? That's pretty cool. That's crazy. So you just spit into a cup.
Mm-hmm. And it takes like 3 weeks to a month. Okay, so I have 2% Neanderthal DNA in me.
You want some more?
Hey.
I'll be here all week. Not really.
Paternal inheritance.
Oh,
and the will.
Some cash.
Yeah. So right here, Italian ancestry timeline. So that's like the most recent. It says so. It goes like 3 generations back is Italian. And then after that, it goes Greek, Balkan, British, Irish, French, Germany.
Greek?
Apparently.
That's fucking awesome. The Greeks are the shit.
And then it goes Iranian, Caucasian, Mesopotamian, Scandinavian, then North African.
Yeah, so it's just like, they've kind of not proven, but like everybody, like civilization started in Africa.
Basically,
and then we kind of colonized and moved up. So yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and I guess I can look at mom's. So she's 51% European. Dad's side, it says 44% European, but the rest of him is West African, North African, which Sicilian, Sicily is a lot of North Africa, which our grandmother was Sicilian.
Yeah. No. Grandpa was Sicilian. Grandma was from like northwest Italy, somewhere in there.
I thought that was the other way around.
No, I don't think so.
Mom's wholly European. She has 0.1% East Asian Native American.
I could see that.
Well, we were always told that
Native
we had
American?
Native American.
No, that's cool though. It's pretty interesting. At least
Yeah.
it kind of breaks everything down for you.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it gets pretty freaking deep. But yeah,
All right. What do you think of these shoes? They're different than the other ones I had, but I kind of was like, I went and checked them out, and then there
why
was.
red?
Well, I'm a Crip. Obviously, I'm in the Pyru Crips.
You mean what?
Huh?
Bloods?
Yeah, Bloods. I'm sorry, Bloods. But no, I went to the place to go get a pair of shoes, and I
What
tried them
place?
on. DWS.
Oh,
It's like a big shoe warehouse.
Fancy.
No, it's all like secondhand.
Oh,
like
okay.
there's probably something wrong with
Oh, I
these.
was
That's all.
thinking H&M. Never mind.
No. But yeah, I asked the lady there. I was like, "Hey, do you think I could pull these off?" And she goes, "Do you normally dress like that?"
Like a clown.
I was like, "What? Just jeans and a t-shirt?" She goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, pretty much." And she's like, "Yeah, you can pull them off. They look good." So they were free.
She just wanted the sale.
They were free. So
They were free.
yeah, I had a $50 gift card for my birthday, and then if you buy something there for the first time, they give you 10% off.
Oh,
So we got them for free.
that's a steal.
Yeah, and I didn't have to steal them, which I was pretty stoked on. So, yeah, I kind of like them. They look good.
No, yeah, they don't stand out a ton.
No, but also this episode is going to be COVID and political talk free.
Oh, thank God.
I felt like we were I was bringing too much of
Leaning
that
pretty
in.
heavily.
Although, so we have nothing left to talk about now. Show's over.
All right, thanks. Thanks, guys.
No, but on the last episode, we talked about you doing intermittent fasting.
Uh-huh.
I hopped on the bandwagon too.
All right.
I believe I'm 10 days in.
And?
I mean, I'm pissing a lot
Oh, okay.
because I'm drinking 130 plus ounces of water a day.
But you said you got an app, though, right? That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
helping you with all this shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Keep
like
track.
I fast from let's say like we eat dinner like 5:36. I don't eat past that until 12 p.m. the next day.
Right.
So
That's 6 or 18 hours?
yeah. So it's not like we were saying before, it's not hard. Like after the second day, I wasn't even hungry.
Well,
like
what time do you wake up? What time of the grocery?
like 5:36.
Okay. So, yeah. So, I mean, you're kind of like already through that, like real kind of like those hunger pains or like the shakiness of like feeling like you have
Yeah,
to eat or hangry or whatever.
I think I only got that like one day. I think it was was it yesterday? Maybe it was Friday where I woke up and I was like, fuck, I am starving.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a banana. Because they're like, if you're hungry, eat. Like if you feel like you're getting super hungry.
I guess if you need it.
Yeah, they're like, eat. So I just was like, well, I'm not going to have a fucking sandwich. I'll just have a banana.
Right, or like a handful of nuts, like you said, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. But no, it's not hard. I have almost pissed my pants like 3 times though, because I'm drinking so much
it's
water.
mainly just like self-control, but like because you knew that before, right? Like you knew like because like you said like you would eat like a whole pizza or like half of a pizza, and you would feel like crap. But like, why was it just getting an app able for you to have more self-control?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't even start it. It wasn't like one of those things where I'm like, okay, on the 1st of March,
Right.
this is what I'm doing. Well, that's not how you do stuff. Like if you're gonna like quit
You can't,
smoking, you quit smoking.
Okay, I'm gonna have a cheat weekend. Like I'm gonna fucking go all out.
Which I haven't done. I did a Friday was kind of like a cheat day, I guess, but it was like dinner time, and I still stayed within like eating dinner at a normal time, and I didn't eat past like whatever.
7 or-
Yeah. So
yeah, I think as long as you like consistency, because you don't have to. It could be 8 o'clock is what you eat. You stop eating at, but just as long as you do with like that 18-hour period, you start eating again. I think that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, I will say, because I was talking to my therapist about this, and she's like, "What's the First of all, why are you doing this? Second of all, like, what benefits have you seen?"
Because I eat way too fucking much.
Yeah, I eat like a fucking moron. And I was like, the first thing I noticed was like I'm sleeping better.
Yeah.
I'm like actually sleeping.
Overly stuffed and shit when you go to bed, or
Well, it's like I was going to bed fucking like stuffed.
Oh, okay.
And like we always eat healthy dinners, except for like when we have like pizza night or whatever,
Right.
which is maybe like
Every Friday.
every Friday. Which I was like, I'm fucking over pizza. Like unless I start making my own, which I do. I was like, I don't want to be fucking.
I was thinking
pizza.
of building a brick oven one in the back. I really want to do that.
You should. It's super fun. Pizza's hella easy to make too.
Well, yeah, but I know making the oven itself is pretty fucking easy too. Like you don't have to go out and buy a super expensive one.
I think you just need like brick and mortar, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
But I want it to be, look good too. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
a bunch of cinder blocks and some cement.
That's all you need. Well, maybe not cinder blocks, but yeah, no, like I definitely feel better. It is weird because in the morning, like when I would eat breakfast, I would take my vitamins, like my iron supplements, and now I have to take those at noon after when I start eating.
I guess, but were you, like you said, you were never like a really big breakfast person either, like me, but like you would have like fruit or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you just have to kind of hold off on that.
But dude,
I was routines.
Yeah.
But
I was like crushing bagels with like a fucking ton of cream cheese on them and shit, and like
honestly, I think it's for me. It's like super freeing. Like I like having like feeling like locked into a certain time. Like it's noon, I have to fucking eat, so I'm gonna go eat. Like if you don't have those kind of restraints, or you don't put those kind of restraints on yourself, I feel it's like super like I don't know. It seems so weird, or it just seems like something super small that wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I feel like I don't know, like have more time. Like I don't have to be like I don't know, follow these sort of constraints.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's weird.
And I didn't notice too, like my days go by quicker now.
When you're not stuffing it with eating,
or like I ate. Now I'm hungry. Now I gotta eat again.
Right.
It's like
or snacking, every hour or whatever.
Yeah. And even like I don't know. It's weird because like on days where I would drink a shitload of coffee and eat breakfast, like I'd be fucked up. And now it's like I drink coffee and I'm like fine.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
But I mean, how much weight have you lost any weight?
I don't think so.
No. Well, you said you were on your scale.
Well, yeah. So we had two scales. One of
pounds.
them had me at 250 pounds, which I was terrified of. That like freaked me out. I was like, holy shit. And the other one had me at 220, which is like kind of like a consistent weight for me. And I was like, okay. Then I got a 10-pound weight, and I weighed it, and so 220. But then at the same time, you put in.
Like, I was ready to slip my wrist. At
I was
250
gonna
fuck.
Go see a doctor about lipo. But so yeah, I entered my weight at like 230, and then. On the app, and then you drop it down the app. It's like, oh, congratulations! I'm like, oh,
you lost 10 pounds in an hour.
10 pounds in 8 days. But no, I dig it, man. It's cool. The app's called Do Fasting.
It's $30. Fuck.
Well, whatever. They do send too many emails. I'll tell you that right now. But I'm on day 12 apparently. Congratulations, your challenge day 12. Oh, here we go.
So you started it pretty.
Was your second week easier than your first week? Yes or no? Yeah. Sure.
So you're eating, because you can eat pretty much through that 6 hour window when you do have to eat. You can eat through that whole 6. You can eat every hour if you want to. But do you find you just only eat just your lunch and your dinner then? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like I've been keeping it pretty chill too, like just sandwiches.
Right.
Which probably aren't like the best for you, but
you're not like it's not a fucking buffet at every meal.
No. I just feel like lighter, like not as like shitty and stuff. So, no, I dig it. I mean, it is kind of dumb to be like, oh, I paid for an app, but it does have like pointers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if it's helping you, then if it, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It tracks your steps too, which is fine. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, dude, I'm pumped on it. I checked out a Jiu Jitsu class this week.
Yeah, so we were talking about that last week. You said you were gonna get enrolled into it, or you're gonna find out about it.
I didn't talk about how I hurt myself while fasting either. So I've been drinking.
Fasting?
I hurt myself. I hurt my throat. Well, So I've been drinking my Hydro Flask thing.
I think you're doing it all wrong, bro.
No, I've been drinking so much water that like I would just like chug it out of my hydro flask thing, and I like at some point my throat started hurting, and I was like, I'm getting fucking sick.
Well, you gotta fucking just sucking it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like water hammer in your pipes in your house will wear away the fucking metal, but it's doing that in your throat.
Right,
basically.
esophagus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because that thing holds 40 ounces. So like when I'm down to like the last maybe like 8 or 10, like I'm just gonna pound it so I can fill it back up again. And like 4 days in, I was like, I'm getting sick. My throat hurts. And then it turns out it was just from
fucking hammering water,
sucking super hard.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so I somehow injured myself while intermittent fasting. So
Okay, so jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so jiu-jitsu class, I go to it. And I was emailing back and forth with the instructor, and he's like, "Just come in, come like observe a class. Like enough with the fucking
messaging me.
Yeah, enough with the questions. Just come in and watch." So I get there, and it's cool. It's like it's what I expect. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, there's like 35 people here. I'm the only one wearing a mask.
Oh,
it was rough. Like, and there was a little like waiting area of like maybe like 10 chairs, and I was sitting in the very back of this waiting section. I'm like, none of these fucking people are wearing masks either.
Well, I mean, would you want to fucking be wearing a mask working out and shit?
If I'm just hanging out somewhere,
if you're
like
just hanging
watching,
out.
Yeah, I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And like, there was like nothing, no hand sanitizer. There wasn't like, it was like
in a gym.
Yeah, it was like COVID didn't exist. It was like a year and a half ago. It was nuts. Like people were wiling out, and I'm like, okay,
dumbbells and shit.
And at one point I was like, okay, well, like they're probably maybe they all like take the class. It's like the honor system, like everyone knows. Dude, they didn't even the fucking words COVID didn't come up. There was nothing. It was like, all right, let's go. And then I started looking at
mouths now.
yeah. And I was looking around. I was like, oh, these are all people from like different classes commingling now.
Oh shit!
So like they had like purple belts and black belts with like beginners. There was a lady there. It was her first night, and she was being trained by another guy. And I was like, yeah. And well, he was like walking her through, and he's like, okay, this is what they're doing now. Like, and then he was like showing her different exercises and stuff. And I was just like, this is fucking crazy. Like, I wanted to get up and leave, but then I was like the instructor had seen me. He was kind of like, I was like, yeah.
You good?
Well, no, he was like, you the guy I was emailing with. I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, just hang tight. And I was like, oh, no, I don't. And like, I would have had to like walk over people. So I was like,
excuse me, pardon me.
Falling down.
Get your pants.
So yeah, I was just kind of like, all right, well, let me just see how it plays out. Like, I don't know. And then he walks over and he's like, all right, guys.
Shirts off.
Yeah, drop them. So he walks over and he's like talking to this other guy. And then he walks over to me. He's like, how's it going, man? And he just puts his hand out. Ooh. And I was kind of like, I guess we're going to do this. And I shook his hand. And he was like, yeah, come on back over here. If you guys got some questions, like, we'll just go in my office. And I'm like, fuck.
Let's go back to this really confined space back here with no masks on.
Dude, we stood around a desk. And he was like talking to us. And I'm just like looking at my hand. And I'm just like, I just want to leave. Like, I don't want to fucking be here.
I need a shower.
Yeah. I should have called the fucking authorities, man. Nuts, man. First of all, it was the first time I shook hands with a stranger in like a year.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
It was weird.
Liberating?
No, it was weird because it was like, this guy's like, he's all over the place. These mats, like, there was a class before this, like, so,
sweating.
Yeah.
Slip and slide, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was like, all right, what are you looking for? I was like, to get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm looking for. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I'll just do like the month-to-month thing. And he's like,
you got suckered.
No, because he was like, you're going to do like 2 or 3 classes, find out if you really like it, and then then you pay. And I was like, yeah. So yeah, like I filled everything out, but I didn't pay for anything. So.
Did you give him a fake name?
No, I gave him my name, my email address, because I was like, on the way home, I was like, you know what? If he does, this is completely irresponsible. Like, unless I was vaccinated, even then, dude. Like when I left, I was like, I'm not doing this. But on the way home, I was like, you know, if he does call or email, I'm gonna be like straight up. I'm gonna be like, hey, dude, like that was super weird that you guys did zero.
Yeah, like did you guys like test it before and I didn't know maybe or like yeah, like
dude, there was literally a lady that showed up and she goes, "Are you taking the class?" And I was wearing this, and I was like, "No."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm just here to observe and see if I want to take it." And she goes, "Oh, it's my first night," and I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." And then I was like, then I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of crazy because they literally just walked right out there onto the mats.
You were concerned about gis before. Was everybody wearing a gi? Would you have?
Everybody was wearing a gi.
Oh, okay.
I just went like after work because it started at 5, and I was like, I'm just gonna go
Levi's
check.
on.
Yeah,
dress shirt.
Yeah, rolling around in some jeans, all sweaty. Dude, there's nothing worse than wet jeans. It's fucking disgusting. No, I sat like in this little waiting COVID incubator, but I don't even think I stayed for the whole class. I think I left like right before it was over. But
You went in his office at the end.
No, in the middle of the class. Like he was like, "Hey, handle the rest of this," and then
finished giving everybody COVID.
Yeah, it sucked because it was something I really want to do too. But we got Ruby signed up into karate.
Yeah.
And Katie was saying that
was that something that she was wanting to do?
Doesn't matter. We got her signed up. She needs to be humbled, dude. She's kind of out of control right now.
Oh, okay.
But
some light slams will put her in her
place. Just humbling her.
A couple roundhouses.
Yeah. So, but no, Katie was like, it was cool. Like there was 10 kids, everybody was spaced out, like masks on the whole time. But yeah, it's going to come to a point where like you're not going to be able to do a martial arts or like a form of gymnastics with a mask on. No, I mean, you can. I guess you can, if ninjas can do it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Or a samurai.
But yeah, they're conditioned for it though.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of disappointing, but
is that the only friggin' Jiu Jitsu gym in all of Sacramento?
No, there's a ton of them.
So why can't you go check out a COVID-friendly one?
That's the thing. I'm gonna go check out. I'm gonna take her to karate next week.
Well, but you got a gift certificate or a membership to this specific one. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of losing out on that, but
well, no, it was already expired. But I kind of told the dude, I was like, hey, because of COVID, I couldn't use it. And then he didn't even acknowledge it. So, but yeah, so the karate dojo.
Does she have to bow when she comes in? And
I don't know.
Remember when we took karate?
Dude,
if you didn't bow, you had to do fucking 50 push-ups.
That shit was so fucking whack.
I think I started crying.
Probably.
Fuck you. No, the first, because it was our first night or something, and then all the other yellow colored belts had to give up and give this fucking routine. And I'm thinking oh shit, am I gonna this is my first night?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm not prepared for this. And it's as it's coming down and getting closer and closer to me, I just started fucking crying because I thought I was gonna be super embarrassed. But he's no, fucking next guy over, you're cool.
Yeah. Show me what you know. do the crane thing. But I guess the belt is the hardest part. Tying the belt.
Oh, why?
Because there was 3 people in this jiu-jitsu class that couldn't tie their belt. Other people had to help them. Katie said the same thing.
4-year-olds, right?
Not in this jiu-jitsu class. There was a couple people there that needed help, but then Katie said the same thing in the karate class. She's like, how do you tie this belt? And I was like, it has to be done a certain way, and I don't know how. And she's like, we'll just wait till we get there and have the instructor do it.
YouTube.
And then I guess a couple other kids had to have theirs tied a certain way, but
what's the secret?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a good YouTube video
Safety
out there.
pins.
Safety pins, super glue.
Yeah.
Just put a belt buckle in it. Velcro. But shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, so the karate dojo that she goes to, they have a jiu-jitsu class, so I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, I was telling my therapist about it, and she was like, "Oh, well, my son, he's a 3rd-degree black belt or something like that." She goes, "All it is it just takes time. Anybody can become a black belt." I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, it's any, acquired skill or anything like that. I mean, I guess the more you learn, more advanced you become. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess so.
But don't all black belts have to be like certified by like?
You're a certified lethal weapon.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that I could fuck up a black belt. Maybe not like a top notch like practicing one, but
what about a black belt giraffe?
Don't get me started. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take her this week, and I'll get some info on the Jiu Jitsu stuff there. So
yeah.
You were expressing interest in watching the Britney Spears documentary.
Well, you had said that you had watched it. Apparently.
Yeah, I did. It was really good.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I was listening to some podcast and they were talking about it, or there was like this whole like I think because of the hashtag Free Britney thing.
You said that you were on your Britney Spears forums.
Well, I mean, I'm the president of the fan club, but I've been out of the loop, because of COVID and shit. So I didn't know what all this was going on, and I just was really curious. But there's like a documentary, I guess that's you said on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. It's called, I believe it's called Framing Britney Spears, or the series is called Framing.
Yeah,
and it's like Britney Spears. But yeah, it's just kind of like her whole life, where she grew up in this small town, was able to like really sing,
thrown into fame pretty young.
Yeah, like talent shows, and then she was on like Star Search with Ed McMahon. Yeah, and then it just went from there, and then she just became like this mega star at like 15, 16. I think her and I are the same age, so yeah. And then it's like your typical story. We're like, I'm selling millions of albums a day. I'm super popular for like 5 years, and then it's like, yeah, of course you're gonna crack. You're gonna break down at that point. And dude, what's fucked up is like the whole paparazzi thing. That's what they really like.
Their face and just
Dude,
nonstop.
and they're interviewing these guys, and they're like, "Oh no, we were friends," and it's like, there's one scene of her like in a Taco Bell drive-through, in her car, and it's just like it's chaos. Like watching it, you're like, "This is fucking ridiculous." Yeah, but they're like, "Hey, how's it going, Brittany? How you doing today? What'd you order?" Click, 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 and they're just like
the windows are up and shit. Like not even having a conversation with these people. Like,
what
do you think she's gonna be like? Oh yeah, hey,
I got a Taco Supreme, which actually sounds good. Yeah, no, it just kind of shows like that whole like kind of like drop, and then like
I heard like now like because of her whole like going crazy shit, like she's had to like turn over like a power of attorney to like her dad. Her dad manages.
So I think after she married Kevin Federline, that happens. Which I bought that dude's CD. I own his CD.
Yeah, did you do that a long time ago?
Yeah, it was a warehouse. I was going out of business, and I bought like a stack of CDs.
I was first in line.
The guy was like, "There's some good stuff in here," and he came across that way. He's like, "What's this?" I was like, "Oh, like you guys are going out of business at the dollar."
Yeah. Fuck you! Don't judge me.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. But yeah, I think once he's like that kind of behavior started happening, that's when her dad, who was kind of like not non-existent, but was more of just kind of like.
Yeah, they didn't have like a relationship.
Yeah, that's when he like stepped in and was like time out, and I think he got like all lawyered up and shit.
Yeah, I heard he's kind of like just a sleazeball kind of fucking.
Yeah,
like,
he
just
was like
all for the money.
Yeah. He has like complete control over her. It's a conservatorship, which is usually for like older people.
Yeah, if you're in a coma.
People with disabilities, like people that are easily taken advantage of with their money. Right. So I think she just got out of that too.
Oh, okay.
I think they finally were like, okay,
wasn't that the hashtag Free Britney? That's what it was about.
Okay. Yeah, because he had like legit complete control. I think they even said that he's the one that booked her Vegas residency.
Oh, really?
Like he did the whole deal for her. Like she had nothing to do with
like
it.
her Instagram too. Like she would like things that she would want to post. Like it would have to be like screened before she was able to post it. Like her,
oh, really?
Yeah. Like I don't know.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And she's still super hot.
I guess her voice though, she's got like really high pitched, like she sounds like a little fucking kid. It's kind of creepy.
It's hot.
Oh god.
But I mean I've heard of that like famous kids that have like kids that are super famous like that. They're
like Michael Jackson. Yeah. Like he had that like high because he never had his childhood, so he's got. I
was talking about their Instagram.
Oh, I thought you meant the high pitched voice.
Oh no.
No, but from what I understand, or I don't know, just from what I was listening to on this podcast, I guess like the stuff she was putting on her Instagram, people in the comments would be like, if you're in trouble, next video you post, wear a yellow shirt so we know that you're fucking like, and she wore a yellow shirt.
Oh,
and she would like give like fucking like code words to people to tell them like I'm fucking being held against my will. Like you guys need to fucking.
I wonder if they talked about that during that.
I don't know.
I didn't lose interest towards the end of it, but it just kind of was like, I know this is going.
Yeah.
I think I was drinking too, but yeah, I think there is like, oh no, you know what it was? It was this Netflix documentary I was thinking of where they had that.
But yeah, basically like it was the whole conservatorship shit. Like she was basically being like a prisoner. She felt like you know,
well, that's what it is. Yeah, like it was like, all right, now you're gonna do this Vegas residency. How many times a week? Whatever we tell you.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 times a night for like,
months.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she made fucking $40 million off of it. But yeah,
she didn't. He did. She didn't make it.
But I think it's her money though.
Well,
like,
right.
He just holds it. But
yeah.
I don't know. It was it was almost like an unauthorized biography type thing, where they have like they're interviewing paparazzi guys, stuff like that, and they're like
the one picture of her bashing that dude's car with the umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
He made like $1 million off that one picture.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny too because I think they interviewed the hairdresser too, the guy that owns the shop that she walked into.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, she walks in, she goes, "I want to shave my head," and they're like, "We are not fucking shaving your head."
Yeah.
And then she just grabs it and does it herself. It's pretty. I mean, it was like a I don't know, like a complete breakdown, but she probably was like in the middle of some sort of like
because you imagine
panic attack type thing where like you literally for like years she couldn't do shit.
No,
there's one picture of her like in a restaurant with her kid and she's crying, and you can tell it's just like it's just sad.
There was that picture too of she was driving away with her infant child on her lap because she couldn't put him in the car seat because of all these fucking paparazzi.
Yeah.
She just wanted to get around the block so she can fucking put him in his car seat. And people were like, "Oh, she's a bad mom. She's not like turn it into this whole thing." And it's like, I would fucking go crazy too. Yeah,
and that was another one too. I think that they talk about that. So, but it's a good one if you check it out. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's the classic. Like you said, just classic child star. Super famous, like unbelievably famous, and then obviously dating all these high-powered people, and then it's just turmoil.
It was interesting too because they talk about they're like, oh, who else came up in that time period? The Backstreet Boys,
Justin Timberlake.
Did those guys get as much shit? Were they hounded as hard as she was? Nope. Yeah. So I never really thought about it like that, but so then watching that, I then somehow spiraled into watching 1,000 Pound Sisters.
What is that?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh.
It's 2 sisters that weigh 1,000 pounds combined.
Oh, combined. So they're 500 each.
Well, Amy.
Or 6 and 4.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's intense, man. It's pretty intense. It's weird because they're both kind of like entertaining too.
Oh.
But
they have good personalities.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So I'm like almost done with season 1.
Mobile? Or are they like bedridden?
Amy's getting around. Amy just got the gastric bypass surgery.
Oh, okay.
Tammy is not. Tammy's like in really bad shape. Tammy's the bigger of the two. And they had to lose weight to get the surgery.
Yeah. You have to.
The doctor was like, you have to lose 50 pounds, like
because of the anesthesia, right? Like your heart can't take it. Or
And then
you have to be in a certain.
Tammy, who weighed like 608 pounds, was like the doctor's like, you need to lose like 60 pounds.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but she wasn't trying. Amy took it seriously. Mm-hmm. Amy got in the pool. Amy was counting calories.
But Tammy
didn't give a fuck, man.
0 fucks given.
Nope. But yeah, it's intense, man. Like it's pretty wild watching it. But so I'm almost done with season 1, I think.
Yeah.
But Amy's married. Her husband seems like a good dude, very patient. Tammy met somebody online.
Oh.
So, yeah, dude, it definitely seems like a super rough, pretty shitty life.
Yeah. It was like bed sores. Like I just picture lots of bed sores in their future. When you're that big.
I you know what I see? A lot of weight loss and a lot of positivity, life-changing events.
I mean, if you're not willing to fucking lose 60 pounds to get a surgery,
intermittent fasting. That's all they gotta do.
Right.
Tammy, I'll send you an app. They actually have a YouTube channel where they would tutorials and stuff like that, and so it's just like typical dumb no-brainer shows, but They said they would
It's
drink.
like a train wreck. You just can't keep your eyes off.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, so while I'm laying there playing Call of Duty, I'm watching.
Oh God.
Hey, I've acquired a couple new characters in the game. So
Sounds like you're becoming quite a character yourself.
losing my goddamn mind. What was I gonna say? Oh, dude, they would drink like a case of soda a piece a day.
What's a case like 24?
At 12, 24, some whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's nuts. Dude, I had half a fucking Diet Pepsi the other day and I had a headache.
But just 2 weeks ago, you had half a pizza, and that was normal.
And look at me now.
Yeah.
I'm intermittently fasting. I'm 18 pounds. Or no, I'm not 18 pounds. I haven't lost any weight.
Yeah, you said you were the same.
Anyway.
I feel lighter.
I feel lighter. I feel greater. I feel I'm sleeping better. But
Becoming a better person.
oh, I don't know about that. But yeah, no, it's a crazy show to watch.
Yeah, I remember that my 1,000-pound life or something like that. And those
600
people,
pound.
or was it 600? Okay. And those people, yeah, they had to be like literally like taken out of their rooms with forklifts and shit, or like knock a wall out of their house to get these people out of the room.
That's when you just blow your brains out.
But like, how do you let it get that bad? Like, I'm just eating so much
Well, that was the
to where
thing.
I can't
Like,
even move.
they talk about
Just an
that,
anchor.
and they were like, we were always just heavy kids. They're from Kentucky, so they talk like that. And they're like, I mean, we grew up on gas station food and fast food, you know, and like.
But I mean, but I can see that as a kid, if that's what you're being force fed, you don't really have a choice, whatever. But I mean, when you get older, you free will, you have a choice.
I
Like,
mean,
why do you
yeah, but if you don't know
choosing-
any different, like if you're in like
Yeah,
a
I
low
guess.
income situation and like, or
Yeah.
you're getting like government assisted food, like
Right.
there's no like fruits and vegetables coming in. If there is, it's like a fruit cup, which is full of fucking
Syrup.
essentially Pepsi.
corn syrup,
Yeah. So I don't know.
No, I mean, I get it. I understand why it happens, but like, I don't know. I guess it's easier to, just Monday morning quarterback and sit here and be like, well, why didn't they do this? But,
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. But and like I guess their dad wasn't around, and then their mom kind of seems like a bitch. Like at one point they're like, "We're gonna get the surgery," and she goes, "No, you ain't."
Just
and like
fucking nipping that in the butt.
yeah, no, she seems like a real fucking. She seems kind of awesome.
Real C-word.
She didn't come. So Amy's married, and they wanted to like actually do a real wedding because they did like a courthouse one or whatever. So they have a wedding with like an actual ceremony, and the mom didn't show up for it.
Oh,
She just no-showed it. So
just RSVP. Nope.
yeah. So
That's great.
we got her a wiener schnitzel and everything, and she didn't even show up. But I swear to God, dude, if this show is not sponsored by Dodge, they better be, because they drive around in this Dodge minivan the whole time. Tammy has to lay down in the back of it.
Oh, they just take the
So-
middle seats out.
Yeah. But yeah, they're just driving around in this Dodge van, and it's even at the wedding. It's all over the place, dude.
It's got good shocks then.
It's got it. It's probably good gas mileage too. They had to drive from Kentucky to Atlanta, which is apparently 8 hours.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Tammy didn't know she'd make it.
You should, like, live.
Yeah, she didn't know she'd do it. It's nuts, man. Like, there's all kinds of shit you don't think about. Like, you're like, oh yeah, like
What do you mean? She feel like she's gonna die,
they had to pull over at
or
one
like
point.
she's gonna get hungry?
Well, no, they got hungry, but like being locked in like one position for that long.
Oh,
like,
right. That's what I mean. Bed sores, bro. That's a real fucking thing.
well, like I don't know, man. You gotta watch it, or not really.
No, I
But,
don't.
yeah. So no, it's not bad. I'm so far into this show now that I might as well just finish it. I think I'm on like episode 8 of season 1.
I guess you're that
Yeah.
deep.
Every time I walk in, or Katie walks in, she goes, "Are you seriously fucking watching this show still?"
She's like, all right, I laughed the first fucking
Yeah.
two times, but now this is just sad.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I can relate to them. So, but yeah, no,
I feel like the third sister.
yeah, just a fly on the wall. But no, it's yeah. So shout out to Tammy and Amy. Slayton, I think is their last name.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, we had President's
luck.
Day recently.
Yeah.
President's Day, big holiday for no one really. If you could party with, and if you did party, if you could party with one president, who would you party with?
Put a little thought into
There's
this.
only 46 choices.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Yeah.
Alive or dead, or does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think Clinton gets a lot of like shit for the shit that he did, but playing jazz saxophone, like he seems like he'd be like a really cool stoner, and just like probably pretty laid back, pretty chill. Probably gets a lot of puss, and just
That's what got him in trouble. That guy looks like shit now too.
Yeah, now he does.
He's like early 70s. He looks fucked. Well, he's married to
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton. So.
Right. That'll take its toll. But no, but he seems like when Hillary like leaves or like goes and stays at a friend for the night, like he would probably be like the dude that would just be like,
He was on Epstein's Island.
"Hey man,
Island.
who am I to judge? I'm just
That's a pretty big thing to be judged for, dude. I feel like that's one thing where like
Okay, Bush.
I didn't
then
know
Bush. Bush seems like he would be probably a cool stoner.
Which one? 1 or 2?
2.
Yeah, okay.
A junior.
That was my pick.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like he was like people hated that dude, but now he seems like a pretty
Like at the inauguration, did you see him? He's just like, hey,
chewing gum. But yeah, he definitely seems like that dude where he's like, I don't really party anymore. And they're like, come on, have a couple beers.
And then he'll just get like Frank the Tank, just like running down the
and
street naked.
Like, you guys ever shoot an AK-47? Come check out some of my paintings. Yeah, it'd be great to like if he didn't party or he's like, I can't do that anymore. And then all of a sudden, like you were responsible for his relapse, and you were just like, he's got this huge ranch in Texas,
Walker Ranch,
and you're just getting fucked up on it. And he's got like that 4-wheel drive ATV. Well, that's
UTV.
Yeah, UTV. Yeah. Just get hammered with him, cruising, shooting shit. He'd probably be like, "You guys got any coke?" He'd be like, "No." And he goes, "We could probably get some."
Yeah.
Alabama Kush. That's only the finest. I laced it with blow, so it knocks you out and it keeps you going at the same time. So shut the fuck up and smoke my weed.
Yeah, he'd phone call in 5 minutes.
He'd be pretty cool to hang out with.
Yeah.
He paints.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some of his paintings. It's actually really good.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Dude, his paintings are not any good.
No, the ones I've seen are actually pretty decent.
You got shitty taste in art then.
No.
G-O-R, George Bush.
What? G-O-R, G-E-O.
That's what I said. Paintings.
J-O.
J-O-R.
Jorge?
Paintings for sale. Oh.
Yeah, fuck you. They're not that bad.
They're just weird. They don't look good.
No, it's an abstract art. Yeah. It's an acquired taste.
He does like portraits of people.
Yeah. No.
It'd be rad to have one though. A self-portrait by George Bush doing a portrait of you? I wonder how much that costs. Dude, what if he did our logo?
You'd love it.
Yeah, I think idea of like the old presidents would probably suck to hang out with.
That's what I was thinking. I was originally thinking like, I don't know, like Lincoln or something, but then I was like,
it'd be so weird. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Four score and 7 years ago.
Always talking like that. You're like, God damn it, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Like, what do you guys want to listen to? You're like, what? You're like, I could put.
What is this thing?
Listen to some
Their
Pantera?
fucking head would explode, bro.
Yeah.
If you dropped them in fucking 2021 right now.
Yeah. Or they'd just be like
sensory overload.
Yeah. Or like hanging out with like George Washington would be probably.
Or it would be like Austin Powers, where they just adapt and learn, but they're still fucking super quirky.
Yeah, they'd just be always like talking like in their fourscory language and stuff like that.
Fourscory.
But yeah, like I don't know. I think like Obama would be pretty cool to hang out with.
Yeah, I thought
he
about
just
that
seems
too.
like a cool dude you could just talk to.
Right. Pretty down to earth.
Who else? Not Nixon. I don't even think Kennedy would have been that cool to hang out with.
He was just kind of like, I don't know, like the whole family was pretty.
The whole family they're all dead, I think.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think anybody like pre-Lincoln would have been like really too slavey.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of dicey.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt might have been pretty cool. He was into like traveling and hiking and stuff.
What about Carter?
Jimmy Carter?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's not alive.
He is. He's the old. He's like 95.
I was gonna say, yeah,
he just
okay.
fell recently.
Oh, poor guy.
And he fucked his face. I saw a picture of his face. But yeah, he probably wouldn't be that cool either.
No.
He kind of seemed like a. I don't know much about Jimmy Carter, but he kind of seemed like a pussy.
Who's the dude that who went in? Lyndon Johnson. He's the one that went in after Kennedy.
Yeah, I heard he had a big old dick. That's what I heard. I don't know where I heard that. I don't know. I just heard. But he seemed pretty cool too, because I think in the last like interview he ever recorded, he had long hair.
Really?
He had like started growing his hair out.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And then who? Was it Roosevelt who was in the wheelchair, or who was in the wheelchair? Who had
FDR?
Oh,
Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah.
But they didn't ever show him, like videotape him in the chair, right? That was like a pretty well hidden thing, wasn't it?
Pretty sure it was polio, and they never filmed him because they didn't want him to appear weak to the American public.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and so shit didn't really get out until like after his presidency, or did he die?
Oh, FDR walked in front of the public to demonstrate his strength.
Right. And that was like a whole thing, but he was really wheelchair bound, or he was supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like James Polk, like what the fuck would you like?
Yeah.
Cool ass name, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't even like really know too much about those dudes, but
no, I don't think there really is to know. I mean, there would have been some. I bet.
What about Reagan? He's a movie star.
Reagan was an idiot.
Yeah.
He was kind of like the first. Well, there's that Showtime documentary I was telling you about, where like he was like, well, that's what I know. And it's like, well, listen to other people. He's like, well, that's what I know.
Yeah. Have an open mind, bro.
But it would be kind of funny to like go back and talk to like the guys that were doing the Declaration of or the Constitution, and just be like, like a lot of this stuff is gonna like get kind of crazy, right? And they're like, yeah, dead.
There was that Family Guy skit where they're like, what was it? The Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. He's like, everybody has a right to have a pair of bear arms on their wall.
All right, we're done.
You think the language in the Second Amendment is clear enough? You know, about the right to bear arms?
Of course it's clear. Every American has the right to hang a pair of bear arms on their wall. How could that possibly be misconstrued?
All right, fantastic then. Wait, you know what? Before we send this to the printer, let's take that abortion thing out.
That's what it meant, but we fucking took it out of context. Everybody should have a right to have bear arms on their wall.
That'd be pretty tight. Just have a pair of bear arms on your wall. So, yeah, I think Bush too would be my vote, just because he seems like a pretty cool dude. Probably got a lot of guns you can go shoot.
Well, in Texas, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, but I think too, like he seems like a guy would be like, I'll just have a couple beers, and the next thing you know, you're doing blow.
A case, yeah.
You're doing blow with him at a
off some hooker's titty or something,
or just like a flea market somewhere, like all fucked up, been up like for like 4 days with him.
Camo.
Yeah, trying to break into the White House. Yeah, that'd be my vote. So I don't know. I think that's a pretty good time to wrap it up, I guess.
Was there anything
I don't
else
have
on-
anything else. Do you?
Oh no, I didn't know what else was on the.
We had Super Bowl.
Anything happened with? I didn't even watch the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh, we didn't watch it either. I made 50 chicken wings. I had a meltdown.
50? What?
It was just so like you have to get like. I don't like cooking chicken. I don't like barbecuing chicken.
Because of the bone?
Nah, it's because it's fucking chicken. It's gross.
Okay.
And you get sick if you don't cook it right. So I bought a shitload of chicken wings, and I couldn't get the barbecue up to 450, which is where it needed to be.
Why?
I don't know. I just couldn't. It wasn't bringing in the heat. And then I was like, they're never going to get done. And then just
We'll
fucking
put them in the fucking broiler.
and then
Calm
I just
down, bro.
fucking panicked, and then they turned out fine.
Yeah.
So, story of my life. One thing I thought would be
Woke up in the fetal position
Yeah.
next to the barbecue grill.
yeah, just crying and screaming at
Sobbing.
everybody. One thing I thought would be cool is if I don't really know how many people actually listen to this show. We could do it on Instagram, I guess. An advice column. People
Advice from us?
Yeah.
Or people give us advice?
No, well, no, yeah. People ask us for advice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anybody that would want to.
I don't know.
Get my advice, but sure. Hey, if there's anybody out there that needs some advice on anything, let us know.
Tax advice, investment advice,
Relationship advice.
Horoscope stuff.
Tarot card readings.
Oh, that's what we should do. Tarot cards. So there's a palm reading. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking maybe like I don't know, like any guests we could bring in, but figure it out. So
I was told that we need to have a female
counterpoint.
Yeah, counterpart or aspect, and that's what I was like.
Well, I think Mom is going to come visit pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know any females. My wife doesn't even.
You don't know any
listen to this.
females?
Three
you
of
live
them.
with 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean she doesn't even listen to the show.
No, I know.
It makes sense.
They got to deal with this shit every day.
But I think I don't know. Maybe I'll post that before we do our next one. I'll do like a thing on Instagram and Facebook, and just see if anybody has any questions that we can help them with.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you like you got a bunch of questions for your Q&A before, right? So I mean, obviously there's because I mean, like I'll post stuff or I'll share what you post, and then I mean, a lot of like I don't know, the people on my side of things don't really interact.
Yeah. Oh, your slutty burger comment got a lot of.
Really, from who?
Well, shout out to Andrew Leisure, super fan of the show. He thought it was hilarious. That was really it. Yeah. So it was a funny line though.
Oh, okay.
So
you're welcome, Drew.
Yeah, I think we'll end this one on that. I think what we learned today is your ancestry. I'm assuming it's the same as mine. We learned we made it through a whole episode without talking about COVID or politics.
Oh, yeah, good job, man. I learned the fate of my bastard child.
Oh, yeah. That's going to free up some cash.
Yeah, it is.
So we learned we don't want to party with George W. Bush II. On that note, all right, everybody. Thanks for listening and or watching. Like and subscribe on YouTube, Instagram. I post on Facebook, but that doesn't really matter. Check out Pete's YouTube channel.
Yep, Pete Shop Makes, YouTube and Instagram as well. And we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and anywhere else you get your podcasts.
And if you have an old grandfather clock you want to get rid of, just hit up Pete.
Yeah, or don't.
So, cool. All right, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Trust the government? Heck, I'm in the government. I don't even trust it. You don't have to believe in your government to be a good American. You just have to believe in your country. And that's just good shit, isn't it? You just blew my fucking mind.